What is up, boys? Welcome to the Gabriel on the Gas YouTube channel, and today we're making some more power. Let's see how we're gonna do that. As you can see behind me, I have my beautiful C5 2001 Corvette, and from the factory these things come with about 350 horsepower at the crank, and that isn't enough. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of upgrades to it and trying to get that horsepower up. So the C5 Corvette comes with an LS1 engine, and the LS platform is really good because of all the modifications you can do to it. And since there's so many out there, there's a lot of parts too. So in front of us, we have some of the parts that I'm gonna be using and swapping into my Corvette here. So this car does not currently have any mods done to it. So it's bone stock, no extra horsepower, and we're gonna be seeing how much we can get out of a stock LS1. So ultimately, the big plan with this build is to go with a centrifugal supercharger. A&A Pro Charger is probably what I'll end up going with. But before I installed that, I wanted to make sure that this LS is bulletproof. And I'm doing the easiest things, really, to ensure that. So no modifications to the block, keeping the original heads and the original crankshaft. Now I know there's some failure modes with that due to the bearings, the crankshaft, the pistons, the connecting rods, but I don't think I'm gonna push it too hard to where that is a factor. Now this car does have 116,000 miles, so that will play a role in this, but we're gonna see how far we can push this thing and have it not explode on us, because that would be pretty bad. So as I already mentioned, the C5 Corvette came from the factory with a 350 horsepower, 350 cubic inch engine, and that's at the crank. And it does 0 to 60 in about 4.7 seconds, being that this is a 6-speed manual car. And we want to cut that down significantly. And if I can get it around 3.5 seconds, I'd be happy. Now, I already gave a lot away of what this build is going to go into, being with the supercharger. But just another hint for another video, we will be improving the braking on this also. So more power means I'm going to need more brakes. Let me get into explaining what we have in front of us and what mods are going to happen. There's a lot of different shops you can go with to purchase these parts. I bought all of these off of Michigan Motorsports. Really no specific reason, I just found it easiest to find bundles of what I needed. So obviously C5s are very popular, so that means a lot of companies are going to be selling a lot of things for them. So I don't have to do any different modifications or try things out. I wanted something that just fell right into place. I went with kits that are for an LS1 or for a C5 specifically. So you can peep the shirt. First thing I got, Michigan Motorsports LS Swap the World shirt. Pretty nice. It feels pretty good. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're gonna go ahead and start on the right and then head to the left, checking out what we got. So first, on the far right, we got all of our gaskets. So we have a timing chain cover gasket, one with the LS9 head gasket because of the improved seal quality with supercharged engines. So I don't want this thing blowing a head gasket ever, obviously. So I just wanted to go with a beefy one that I know won't fail under boost. Then we have regular LS1 valve cover gaskets, water pump gasket, the oil gasket for the timing chain cover. Next up, for no other reason than I forgot to put it on the table, but I have the Summit Harmonic balancer for an LS1. It's really pretty, high quality. A lot of people go with ATIs, but they're very expensive. So for half the price, I went ahead and decided to go with this. Next, I have the Mellings high pressure oil pump. Heard good things about this online. When you push that much power out of this engine, you're gonna want more oil pressure. So had to go ahead and do this while I'm in there. Hang in there with me. Slowly we're getting to the funner, prettier items. But next up, we have the timing chain, and I went with the Kotech timing chain. And this is the timing chain they use in the C5R, and so it never broke on them. And so hopefully that'll mean it'll never break on me. This came in a kit also, so it came with the 2 sprockets that you need and some ARP bolts for them. So next up, some of the cool stuff. You already saw we have the lifter trays. So upgraded to LS7 lifters also. Apparently the LS7 are just beefed up versions of the LS1 lifters. So pushing more power, gonna need some more beef in it. Now we made it to the really fun stuff, Brian Tooley racing parts. And shout out to Brian, really cool dude. So I bought 2 Brian Tooley racing kits. First, the valve train and camshaft that came together, and then the rocker arm kit that comes with assembled rockers that removes the LS1's needle bearings. So these will never come apart and destroy your engine. This is a Brian Tooley Racing centrifugal supercharged stage 1 camshaft made for use in supercharged LS applications. This kit came with these beautiful valve springs as well as titanium retainers. And then lastly, have the head bolts that will be used to clamp down the heads. So all these parts are going to be in the description. So if you have a C5 that you want to make the same upgrades to, it'll be down below. But enough talking. Let's get into the engine, see if there's anything wrong with it first, and then install all of these beautiful components. Man, I'm excited. Thank you, Brian. All right, so should probably see how it sounds before doing all of this. How does this thing work? Here we go. The only thing I've done so far is take the little covers off. All right, so all that's left is to get it all torn down. So I'm thinking first steps, lift the car, drain the oil, drain the coolant. By the way, did I mention there's some parts here that haven't arrived yet? So it'll be a surprise when they come. But, you know, when you add power, you also need to add some cooling. So that's the hint. So everything needs to come out, basically. It's going to be torn down. Next step is to just get started. All right, let's go. So now you can just easily lift it up. Delicious. As we said 10,000 times before. So the original intention with this video was to make one long video of the entire build, but I'm now realizing that it would be a very, very long video. So instead, I'm breaking it into several parts, and the first part, obviously, as you just saw, it's going over several mods
sort of give a guiding light if somebody with a C5 wants to go the same route as me. And then the next couple will be the actual build. So stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.